Well, hello there. This is Elvisboy, and welcome to my brand new channel, Real Horror Films. I am a huge fan of horror. Just a little background. I started watching scary movies when I was a little kid. My first really big horror love was the original Alien film. I must have seen it 10 or 11 times back when I was a kid. I got hooked on it, and from then on, I just couldn't watch enough horror films. And because of that, I have, I guess, gotten a bit calloused when it comes to things that are scary. I really look for those horror films that scare the living daylights out of me, or they're super disturbing and all of that. I just love horror movies. Today, I want to share a film with you that I watched last night. It is called When Evil Lurks. This film was released back in 2023, and it was directed by a gentleman by the name of Demian Rugna. And he also created the film Terrified or Aterrados. And it's an Argentinian film. It's in Spanish and there's subtitles. But I would give this one the time of day and watch it, even though you may not be a huge fan of subtitles. The film is really well paced. Very easy to understand what's going on. It's not some kind of a really complicated plot. And what it basically is a story that begins with a couple of guys, Pedro and Jimmy, going through a field, and they end up finding a corpse. They end up at a house, and it's funny, this house, I'm such a huge nerd when it comes to horror films, look like the house from the original Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. But that's neither here nor there. So they get to this house. They find the mother. She's out on the front porch, and she's upset. So they're asking her, is everything okay? And so she tells them, I'm waiting for my husband to get home so he can kill my son. And the fun begins at that point. They go into this house, and they find the gentleman. He's demon-possessed. He's laying on a bed, and the way the story goes, he's been there for at least a year, and they call these possessed people in this world rotten. Now, this film is basically an epidemic film of possession. These people get possessed. If you kill them, they will possess more people. The demons go out, and it becomes worse and worse and worse. Kind of like a zombie apocalypse of the possessed. But things happen in this film that I was really surprised. The star of the film, what's interesting about it, this film never disappoints when it comes to action and things going on. This guy runs into scene after scene and situation after situation that are just terrible. It seems like it's every situation that it runs into, it's worse. There are people that are possessed, children that are possessed, animals that are possessed. And they do a lot of stuff that you don't really expect. And they go just a little bit farther than most of these horror films are willing to go, I think. Because most filmmakers, they will stop at a certain point because it's just a little bit too far. But this film, they just kind of break on through to the other side. And they take things a bit too far. In a good way, though. If you're a fan of, I can't believe they just did that, a bit things that are shocking, this is a good one for you. And it's not in poor taste. It's very well made, but there are things that happen in this movie. For example, I don't want to tell you too much about it, but there's a woman that has an axe, and she's kind of holding it like this, and let's just say things happen with that axe that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened. But yeah, it's one of those movies that I think you'll enjoy if you like disturbing content. Like I said, it's not really going to scare the living daylights out of you. But if you like, the kind of things where you watch it and you're like, what the heck did I just watch? I really think you'll enjoy this one. There are a lot of scenes in there that are done super well, and they know kind of how to get to you. For example, there's a scene that takes place at night. The guy walks up to it's a schoolhouse, and inside the schoolhouse, There's a bunch of kids just sitting at their desks with the lights out, staring into space, and there's something wrong with those kids. That's just one of the little scenes out of many, many scenes in this film that I think you'll enjoy. It's worth giving it a shot just to see all the interesting stuff that happens. It ends fairly well. But yeah, When Evil Lurks is the name of this one. I'm also going to start a scale on my channel of my opinions of the films. Some of you may find that you like the type of films that I like, and you might benefit from this channel a lot. I'll try to find the films that maybe you haven't heard of that really get to me in some way, that cause me to lose a little bit of sleep, and you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, just check this one out. The scary scale, I'm going to give this one a 5. Just because it wasn't really designed to be a scary film per se. It is more of a disturbing film. And that brings us to the next rating, the disturbing scale. I would have to give this one an 8. Just because it's disturbing. Things happen in this film. They go a little bit too far sometimes. In a good way. And the what the hell did I just watch scale, I'd give that one about a 6. Because every scene in here, even though it's a bit too far, kind of goes along with the story and it fits well. And the last one is the wrongness scale. And I'd have to give this one an 8. Just because in this world that we live in, certain things are considered wrong. And this film has a few of those things in there too, when it comes to animals and things that happen to certain people. And there's a couple things with demon-possessed kids and things like that. But I really enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, check it out. It was recommended to me by my cousin in Arizona. He's a huge horror fan. Shout out to you for suggesting this one. He told me that if you watch this one, it would ruin me. And it kind of ruined me a little bit, but in a good way. So yeah, this is Elvisboy. I appreciate you watching my new channel. Please comment below and let me know if you have any suggestions for films that really shook you in some way, whether it be scary or disturbing. I want to know about it. I want to check those films out, watch them in a dark room at night, and see how it affects me. And I'll tell you about the film after I watch it. I'll let you know what I think. It's kind of the premise of movie reviews, I think. But yeah, this is Elvisboy, and please subscribe to my channel if you like the things that I do and the movies that I talk about. I appreciate every single one of you. I read all your comments. And remember, everybody, life's too short to not be scared once in a while. I'll see you next time.